Hello, students. Makiem Tutors and Trainers is back again. Today we are discussing chemistry, a very interesting subject. So, what are we discussing in chemistry today? Let's quickly check it. Wow, types of reactions. I don't know whether you've heard about reactions before. Reactions. When two things come together to react. Let's just take an example from what happens in daily life. If someone slaps you, you react. So something must happen before a reaction will take place. Let's check how it is in chemistry. Okay, reaction. Chemical reactions are changes that bring about formation of new compounds. In a chemical reaction, there must be the formation of new compounds. The formation of new compounds will arise as a result of things or substances reacting together. Let's look at what I have here. A plus B to give C plus D. Now, these A and B are reacting. They are reacting together. So we call A and B reactants. Let me type it. Reactants. A and B are reactants. Can I just change the color to, where is white? Okay, let me use this. I don't know whether this one is clearer. Blue. Okay, if I make it bigger. Okay. Let me try another color. Let me use that blue. So, A and B are called reactants. They are called reactants. A and B reactants. Let's see. Let me move it. Okay. This A and B are called reactants because they come together to react. Now they give C and D. The C and D are called products. Those are the things that arise from the reaction. So we call them products. Okay. So now let's look at the classifications of chemical reactions. How do we classify chemical reactions? There are different forms of chemical reactions. So I am going to list some of the classifications, some of the groups. Now let's go. Chemical reaction can be combination reaction. It could be displacement reaction. It could be decomposition reaction. Can I make this smaller? Okay. Decomposition. We also have catalytic reaction. We also have there's what we call reversible reaction. There's what we also call thermal dissociation. Let me put this in another place. We have oxidation, and we have reduction. Well, there may be other classifications, but for this level, let's look at these classifications. Oxidation, combination, displacement, decomposition, catalytic, reversible, thermal dissociation, oxidation, and reduction. For the purpose of this video, we are going to deal with combination, displacement, and decomposition. Now let's look at combination reaction. From the word combination, it means two things come together. It means two things are coming together So it occurs, let me just give you the definition. This occurs when two or more substances react to form one compound. Now please get it clearly. When two or more substances react to form one compound, that is when we have combination reaction. Two or more substances will react to form one compound. That is when we have combination reaction. So I'm going to give you an example here, an example of a combination reaction. Let's see. I believe you know this. Can you tell me what this? I think it's better if okay, no problem. Let me erase and write normally. Okay. What is this that I have written? Is in solid form. Yes. Fe. Do you know it? That is iron. Iron. And that S means that it is in solid form. So iron is reacting with sulfur in solid form. Iron reacting with sulfur in solid form, and then it is giving out, let's see the product here, the arrow there. Can I ask you to type what FES stands for in the comments section? I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is iron 2 sulfide. Now, iron is reacting with sulfur to give iron 2 sulfide. Now, look at what is happening here. Iron here, you see iron here, you see sulfur. Two substances coming together to produce one compound. That is combination reaction. Can I give you another example? Let's see. Let's see two compounds coming together. Two compounds coming together. Which compound are we going to use? Okay, let's use lead sulfate. Okay, I need to put the 2 here. Okay, this one also is in solid form. Lead sulfate. What is it reacting with? Okay, it's a compound plus SO2. SO2 is sulfur 4 oxide or sulfur dioxide, or sulfur 4 oxide. So it's reacting with this to give what? Let's see this. It's reacting with this to give, what is it giving us? It is giving us lead sulfate. That's lead tetraoxosulfate 6. Now here you have two compounds coming together to give, sorry, this should be 4. This should be 4. So two compounds coming together to give a larger compound. This is a combination reaction. What about decomposition? Let's look at decomposition. We've talked about combination. Let's talk about decomposition. From the word decomposition, it means something is broken down. decomposition. Decomposition reaction. This occurs when a single compound splits up into two or more substances. When a single compound splits up into two or more substances, that is called decomposition. Now, can we just take some example? Before we go into the example, when decomposition occurs and when heat is needed for the decomposition, we call it thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition. When heat is required for the decomposition, we call it thermal decomposition. Now I use another color. Okay. Now let's look at an example of decomposition where a compound is split into two or more substances. So let's see. Lead. Now we have two underneath here. We have two underneath here. Two. And then what does it give us? Please don't mind the background sound. Here heat is actually needed. So let's see. Heat is needed here. So when heat is needed, what did I call it? Thermal decomposition. Heat is actually needed here. So what will it give us as the product? So it's going to be lead oxide plus NO2 plus NO2, that's 4 NO2, then plus oxygen, plus let's see, plus oxygen. Oxygen is O2 plus O2, oxygen. Okay, so this is thermal decomposition because heat is required. Let's go to the other type of reaction, and that is displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. Now, displacement. From the word displacement, it means something is displacing the other. Something is taking the place of the other. So one element or radical replaces another element, or radical replaces another one. And this is called displacement. Now let's have an example, but I'll just give you a typical one here. Like when you have A plus BY to give us A plus BY to give there'll be a displacement here. One element will displace the other one. So A plus BY to give us B plus AY. Can you see what has happened there? Now A has taken the place of B, like this and like this. So this is an example of displacement reaction. In the next class, I am going to start from this displacement reaction. I'll give you examples, and then we continue with the other types of reaction. Thank you so much for today. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do that. That's the only way you can say thank you for teaching us. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification so that anytime I post another interesting video, YouTube will just alert you. You can also give this video thumbs up, share the video with your friends. Thank you.